Guys, before we get going, we got to give a huge shout out to our Patreon subscribers. Thank you so much to Tony, Starla, Luke, Jacob, Jeff, Adam, Chuck, Justin, Brian, and our newest Patreon member, Dusty. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. It means the world to Luke and I. And guys, listen, you want to help support the Patreon, be a part of the Patreon family? Very easy. Go to patreon.com/AITDpod. You can find that link in the episode description. Also, the Discord. The Discord is a hopping. Guys, come join the Discord family, okay? On Discord, you can also, that is where you can send us your Doorstep Dilemmas. We're going to be adding that in. That is the new Would You Rather game that we are having on this show. So come join the Discord. You can find that in the episode notes as well. Last but not least, we're going to mention it again. The 200th episode meetup date is going to be Saturday, March 28th, the weekend of Saturday, March 28th. We're going to be somewhere Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. So come hang out with us if you're in the area, or if you want to fly in. We got a couple people, I believe, flying in as well that are going to be coming to hang out with us. We got a little Airbnb already booked, and can't wait to record in person. It is going to be a blast. Can't wait to see everybody. Oh, enough about that, guys. We got episode 185 about to get underway here. 185. It has been an absolute crazy week for us. Last time you guys heard from us, we were talking about snow and ice and being safe out there. Well, we're gonna get into all that because it's been fucked. Also, guys, UPS released their quarterly earnings, so we're gonna get into a little bit of a deep dive into that. Also, the new dispatch poll power results are in, so we're gonna jump into that as well. Also get into the Doorstep Dilemmas. Whew, this one is jam-packed. We are ready to go. I'm ready to go. Luke's ready to go. I hope you guys are ready to go. Happy fucking Tuesday, everybody. Let's get this show going.
Let's fucking go.
Here we go. We got to this one address. I said, this one goes around back. He went around back. Boom. Drove off, left them right at the stop.
That was after getting hit by a car.
Wait, you got hit by a car?
I ended up drinking 24 Bud Lights in about 48 minutes. Drunken nomad stumbles out in the road and he hit me going 30 miles an hour.
What's up, everybody, and thank you for joining us on another episode of All in the Delivery. This is episode 185. Like I said there at the top, jam-packed. Got a lot to talk about, so let's just get right into it, shall we? Let's introduce you guys, my co-host down in West by God, Virginia.
Fuck.
Luke, how? I already know how you are, but let's tell the listeners. How are you, buddy?
Dude, I mean, where to fucking begin? We are early into 2026, and I will tell you, like when you were saying it before in the intro, when we were talking about this storm in the last episode, I thought, holy shit, yeah, the last time we recorded, everything was fine, and then everything now is
not fine.
Dude,
not fine.
Ooh, I guess.
Let's start there quick. Okay.
Yeah,
I'll get my part out of the way.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got 20 inches of snow from this fucking storm. We weren't supposed to. We were supposed to only get maybe like a foot. Next thing you know, it changes directions a little bit more north towards me, and just we were right in the middle of just the pounding, absolute just. All sandpaper, no lube, pounding. Like, man, just absolutely getting fucked. And 20 inches of snow, It's been fabulous. It's been real fucking cold. I think we're hitting maybe an all-time low tonight. They're saying like -15 to -20 degrees tonight. So, yeah, that's been my side. I've been dealing with 20 inches of snow. You, on the other hand, my friend, a little south of me, you got all the ice. So,
I
go ahead. Go ahead.
I just want to say, because these are going to be out on video now. If you're watching this on YouTube, the fucking knuckles, I mean, that's just cracked because I don't wear gloves. I've been wearing them, but I don't wear them all the time because I can't stand to because and no matter what kind of gloves I wear, I seem to never be able to get shit that works for the fucking dyad anyway. If anybody has any recommendations, just send them my way to the podcast because I would love to know because but the fucking just to start, we didn't get the pounding like you had got with the inches of snow, but so when we had recorded, like basically when we got done recording the last episode, it was like an hour later, it started to come down. And I mean, it came down pretty good. And then it was just like, it was probably here. I mean, in the higher elevations, probably a little bit more, but I would say here we probably got maybe at that time 5 to 6 inches of snow. And then it warmed up. Maybe the higher elevations could have got, I would say 10. I don't know. I wouldn't say a foot. Maybe a foot. I'll go that high. But probably Sunday around, it had warmed up to like 34 degrees. And that snow, and it snowed through the morning. We might have got more than 5 or 6 inches by that time. I don't know, but it had warmed up enough for it to just turn into this fucking sleet. And dude, when I say it pissed this stuff down, it did it literally from like the time in the morning that it was warm enough to be fucking 34, probably around like late morning, till it got fucking dark and started snowing again. And it just was like, we were like, so Monday, I didn't have, I mean, yeah, it's been a hell of a week, but I mean, I talked about the long work week last week, but Monday had started with like business. It was so bad, and it was probably the same in your area, I'm sure. Just like businesses were closed. I was just driving to close businesses, shooting them up closed, just looking at my truck knowing it's just going to keep getting more and more packed because I'm going to have so much more shit the next day. Dude, there were just roads that everything was so fucking icy, and it just stayed that way. And that's really, I don't want to, I could talk about that for a fucking whole episode of how mesmerizing, but dude, I don't know if I've ever dealt with this kind of ice before, like to where it is just, it's like constant. To put it in the best description, because you know, because you are in the weather and you drive in it, but to try to explain it to like warmer climate drivers that don't really deal with it. I mean, there's a lot of them. I mean, it's no, like I said, dude, it's not their fault where they live. They're just chilling out. Brad, Ernie, Cole Murder, none of them I mean, they're all fucking, none of them are dealing with snow. But for any drivers, like listeners that are, that haven't really dealt with it or don't live in the areas that do, when you have something like with snow, you can, not to get too far into it, but with snow, you can catch kind of like, obviously you can't drive too fast. Dave, like I said, I don't want to go into it because you obviously get it, but to try to explain it, like with snow, you can still catch a little bit. You can easily lose control. Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
But you have at least some type of, dude, when it's just fucking like 5-inch thick fucking ice on all the fucking roads, like there's no catch of nothing, dude. And it was like, dude, we had our chains on and I'm just inching down fucking roads that are like 40-mile-an-hour roads, and I'm just going downhill fucking in neutral, coasting because it's just all complete. Yeah, dude, it was. I don't think I've dealt, and it's not going to go. It melted today in a lot of shit. I was actually able to get around to most places, but dude, it just. I don't want to get into it too much, but I just, you can't, like, with bringing shit back, there's times I know people will see stuff when it's been a long day and you don't want to fucking do a certain stuff, and it's probably bad, and you've maybe been there. I know there's people that'll see stuff. I get why. I'm not going to fucking completely condemn management for getting mad about it, because I'm sure, but dude, like, just from what I dealt with alone and knowing what other people had to deal with in my building, like, dude, there's times like it's like it was just fucked. Like,
Yeah.
there was like, dude, I went to two roads today as a Friday as we record this for the first time all fucking week, and I still had to really fucking be careful. So it was, yeah, dude, the ice was hockey rink
Fuck.
city, and I hope like hell it melts away a little bit, but from the way the temperature looks, it doesn't. I don't.
Yeah, that's the way I feel up here with like 20 inches of snow. They were saying we're supposed to get close to above freezing, like close to 32 degrees next week. So hopefully we'll start seeing some of the snow go away, because it has just been, we are so deep in the fucking ice chest right now, dude. And it's so fucking cold outside
And
right now.
honestly, with snow, when it's that much, dude, when it's not packed in on the road and it's kind of chunked up and shit, dude,
It's worse.
that's hard as fuck to move around in and control. You can slide easily and shit like that. So
Oh
that
yeah,
obvious, that's
and
real fucking.
I'm wearing my big fucking snow boots. I'm wearing my corkers, and like been wearing those things all week. Of just walking and lugging those things around, and dude, I'm so happy it's the weekend. I'm just so
Dude,
happy it's the weekend.
I
I mean,
I don't
granted,
even.
like I didn't even have a full week. I mean, I can get into my week. We had the 20 inches of snow over last weekend, and Monday I find out that we're still open after getting 20 inches of snow over that previous night. And I ended up calling out. I ended up using a day because I wasn't gonna go out in that, man. It's a safety thing for me at that point, And
Understand.
and then Tuesday I go into work. Not many routes being ran because the metro hub down south of us closed down the day before, so nothing got moved in the metro. And so our volume was low on Tuesday. Ended up running a route, and then had some unfortunate news that a friend of mine had passed away. So I had a funeral to go to on Wednesday, and that was using another day. Obviously, needed to be
Right.
there for that, and then we got this Thursday and Friday just back at it, and dude, it's still there's still a couple you see sitting on my truck. The snow's not melting. It's not going anywhere. Nobody's driveways are getting better.
Well,
It's a tough time right now.
and that dude, and it's just like in that kind of week too. And first off, to say it as well, I'm sorry for your loss, brother, because I know it hits home when it's somebody around your age. It's always fucking weird. I know that, and unfortunately, I've experienced it as well. But yeah, but that all like that's already putting obviously in a different headspace, and then having to deal with like 8-degree weather like by Friday, dude, yeah. And that's exactly that headspace is I mean, that's where mine was too. And it just I guess to say we may as well just get into the things happen in threes.
Yeah, I can't wait to tell this story. This
Go ahead, man,
this is
because
insane.
this is how
For
this week
those
ended, folks.
Right, right. So, we have a conference call line that, different drivers call, and everyone's hanging in there, hanging out, chatting it up, talking it up on there. And it's me, Luke, and another driver. And yeah, the other driver calls in. He's like, "I'm having a fucking rough night. I'm stuck right now waiting for a tow truck, stuck in the snow." And he was waiting. When he called, I still had like 23 stops left. Noted, just note that. I still had about 23 stops left. Takes me about 45 minutes to an hour to complete those stops. So, and we're moving along. My poor friend is just stuck in the snow. And I'm going. Next thing I know on the line, I hear, I think I can make it up there. And he's like, but there's a pond on the side. I'm a little unsure, you know.
I knew it was gonna be frozen. God,
It was definitely gonna be frozen because it's cold as fuck. And then, like, in my head, I'm just like, you probably shouldn't do it, you know. But I didn't say anything. Next thing I know, I hear, oh boy. It's like, boy. He's like, oh, I'm stuck. Yep, I'm stuck. Yep, I'm stuck. Fuck. And just, and, and then he hangs up. Luke pieces it out of there quick because now he's stuck. So I got two people on the line with me that are stuck right now. My buddy and now Luke are both stuck. And I'm thinking to myself, it just got dark. The fucking sun's down, moon's up, pitch black, headlights are on. I'm still out there delivering with like 15 stops left at this time now. And I'm just like, no, I'm not going to be next. I know this shit happens in threes. Like, I'm staying out of driveways. I'm not going in any more driveways now. Like, it's coming
People
for
just
me.
going
Like, the
down
third
all
one is
around
coming for me. And I'm thinking about this shit as I'm driving back to the building afterwards. I'm thinking like something's bad's going to happen. I'm like, shit happens in three. Just get me back to the building safely. But yeah, first time we ever had two people stuck at the same time on the party line. So
That just shows you how big this storm is, because
for
it
real,
was
it affects
regionally,
everybody.
dude. And I can say for me, I had the tow company was called, but they weren't needed because the customer actually came out and pulled me the rest of the way.
Hell yeah.
And so good Samaritan act, but like it was so bad. So basically to just like give a summary, it's a big ass pond. It's a fucking beautiful property. Beautiful property. But and it's funny because we were talking about this. I mean, we're still talking about this fucking week. This will be a long intro to this week because this has been one of the wildest
It's been a
fucking
long
weeks
week.
of all time. And this is how
Yeah.
the shit fucking comes to be. But we were talking, see, 0 degrees as Dave shows me his phone. It's literally 0 degrees.
0 degrees.
We were joking because he was like, he asked me what the temperature was. And I was like, at that point, it was like 16 here, and it was like, what, 12 up there. And
Yeah.
we're sitting there laughing. I'm like, yeah, man, my temperature's old enough. Yours isn't even teenage years yet. Just kind of laughing. And by the time, so I start looking, I kind of pay attention to the fucking, because it's close to, the sun going down where I'm at. So one thing I should have fucking realized, which was a rookie mistake on me, is that like when I checked the temperature right before I went to that stop, it had like got down to 8 degrees. So it had dropped fucking low real quick. I mean, it was already low, but the sun went down and it dropped fast. So this fucking big ass pond, this is the best part of this story. Big ass pond, it's treated up top. The dude, like it's clear and it's got a little bit of shit, but like the middle's dry. Well, not dry, but it's like I can tell that they had treated it, and the beginning of it was fine and up and on. But so when I get down to like the flat part where it's okay, I realize how slick it is, and I'm like, woo! I just kind of I go to get a run for it up to the top, and the truck kind of just downshifted. And I lost momentum. It just kind of in a 600, it'll fucking sometimes on hillsides, dude. It does it in the summertime. Doesn't do it all the time. It's just sometimes it'll fucking like kind of. I don't know if it doesn't downshift, but it just fucking loses momentum, and it kind of takes a minute to kick up. And in a situation where you're by a big ass fucking body of water when it's 8 degrees and everything's frozen, you're in a shit situation. So I just want to say this for the podcast, the story. This is where this gets good. So I'm safe, not safe, but I'm pulled up, turned around. The tow people came in a personal truck. Well, not a personal truck, but it was a pickup with a winch and stuff because they're a wrecker. I was like, you don't need any of that. Said, I'm good. But I said, you guys might want to stay here because that thing's so slick. It's completely a sheet of ice and it's steep. So I'm about to leave. I'd already delivered, and the customer, the guy came, his wife had came out, and she had said, just make sure you have the doors open. And I looked and I said, yeah. And she said, because if you go to the left, you're probably going to go into the pond. So I was like, holy fucking shit. It's 8 degrees outside. Stuff my phone in my pocket. Stuff. I go in the back. I get my backpack. I zip everything up, put my sound bar, everything's away. I put my earbud cases away. I literally secure everything, zip it up, and I shut the side doors shut, the driver doors open, and I got it sitting down. So I'm like, if I gotta go, just gonna try grab it and fucking run. And, so anyway, I was able to kind of stay to the right where I was a little off the road and I could have some traction. And I was able to fucking get off and everything worked out. And I delivered this last housing development. The last 2 questionable stops I had, I did what I should have did with that one all along. And I EC'd them and I called it a fucking night. It was.
Hell
damn.
yeah.
And that was how we ended it. And that was like fucking 2 hours ago or 3 hours ago.
Yeah. Yeah. It's listen, I don't mind winter, but fuck, this is a rough one. This is a rough one.
Yeah, we're not even out. I mean, when this gets released, it'll officially be February, but dude, it's not going anywhere. I mean, that storm that is hitting where your parents live and in the Carolinas, it's hitting about half of my state hard. And it could very easily, man, if it fucking turns up a little bit, dude, it just would be
a lot.
But if the thing that fucked us, to just go back to it, if it would have just stayed cold enough, and that's what's kind of funny. If we would have got, I don't think we would have got quite as much snow as you did. I don't think we would have got 20 inches, but we probably would have had where I'm at. Maybe in the elevations they would have 20 inches. But where I would be at, it would be like where our center is, probably, I'd say 15. We'll just say 15, 12 to 15. They would have for sure shut us down. But because it didn't really snow that bad, and the main roads mostly looked okay, but because of all that shit, like there was it was fucking ice everywhere. Like it was never, there were roads that I traveled on that I'd never seen, like for days, dude. It was like I was in a fucking side road in the middle of nowhere. That's what it felt like. But I was like, dude, sorry. It really, I was like, I don't want to gripe about it on here because I've literally been griping about it all fucking week. But just to give the summary, yeah, it just, I mean, and I know everybody that has to deal with this, you know, I always think of like the Minnesota, the fucking like places where it can get even crazier than what, I don't know, dude. I feel like New York, like Buffalo, you always hear fucking crazy ass. I mean, I can't see. There's not a lot. You know what I mean? Buffalo's one of the ones that seems like that's. You don't see too many.
They get a bunch of snow.
Yeah, dude. It's fucking dumped.
Weather
I would have loved, damn it, I know, I just want to say this. I would have loved, and I'm sorry for any Bills fans that may listen to this. I know you were a 6 seed and it wouldn't have mattered anyway, but I would have loved to have seen AFC Championship played him. I mean, that weather for the game in Denver got pretty fucking crazy, but I would have loved to have seen, because that was when that storm came, and it just would have been, it would have been insane to watch. But yeah,
Yeah.
they'll
Yeah.
get him.
Oh man, yeah. What a fuck.
I gotta say,
Fuck this work week.
I gotta say before we move on, of your attire, rocking the Chris Slammer shirt, the Slammer, I fucking love that shirt, dude. That thing, I don't remember if it has to be, I can't remember if he told us, but I'm just going to go ahead and it has to be for NWO, because that looks like a standard NWO kind of shirt.
Font,
Because
yeah, everything.
that's a Hollywood shirt, I feel like. But I don't want to say that 100%. I don't want to speak for him, but the way it looks, like I kept looking at it, I was like, yeah, the Slammer shirt, damn, it looks. Shout out to Chris. I mean, probably, are they, aside from you and your dad, they are the only father-daughter or
father-child, mother-child duo
yeah,
that we've ever.
Yeah, dude, that's wild.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, shout out to the Slammers.
Yeah, I know. I know their government names, and they got it, but that's still, I always think he'll always be Slammer for me. Paige goes, like, on TikTok, she uses Paige Mac, but I've even called her Paige Slammer before, just because I'm so used to calling her dad Slammer. I don't even think twice about it sometimes.
Oh yeah. So moving on here, BS has released their quarterly earnings for the fourth quarter of 2025. Guess what, guys? Guess what we did? We fucking crushed it. Fucking crushed it.
Again. Yeah.
Again.
In the midst of crushing it, you just see headlines of more cutting 30,000 jobs this year and shrinking fucking this and closing centers. And dude, first let's just talk about the quarterly earnings statement, because
yeah,
I feel like, I don't want to say that I don't want to fucking say we may not, I'm not saying we're dumb. I'm not calling us fucking geniuses. I'm saying, I know I'll speak for myself. I'm not saying I think I'm intelligent in a lot of ways, but I'm also not the sharpest knife in the drawer with a lot of things. But damn it, I feel like we fucking called this.
Oh, 100%.
We called it.
I'll pull the receipts. Somebody else will pull the receipts.
Whatever episode that was, when they shit the bed and missed the earnings, and fucking it died. There was 3 different occasions where that stock fucking dove down.
Right.
And
we talked about that episode, I still remember. What we talked about that episode was how all she has to do is say something, or say something, right? Whatever it be, and the stocks will drop, right? But then what'll happen, and I believe I worded it just like this, is that she will set what the quarterly earnings, is going to be. They all have a say in it somehow. I don't think it's
like
just,
there's an expected, but
right.
She has a say in what the expected earnings is going to be.
And her knowing we're going to crush it. Like, so she set it at whatever it was, because the last 3 quarters last year weren't so great. And then, she's going to set it at they'll set it at whatever it is, right? And then knowing we're going to fucking kill it during peak season. I mean, think about it. That was peak season's numbers. Knowing we're going to kill it during peak season, she buys the stock while it's low, knowing it's about to shoot up because we're going to kill those quarterly earnings. And
so
Voila.
This
Here
is,
we are.
and this to go into like, because I was thinking back on it and I can remember like a couple different things of it. It was like, first to go a little bit because of her buying the stock that she did on the public market, but we'll get to that in a minute. So the like to the start of this year, and well, no, not this year, sorry, to the start of last year in 2025, there was news of it was of the Amazon contract cutback, and that made the stock go down, like not substantially, but like $5 or $6 a share, enough for it to, when you look at a graph, it fucking dips. And then there was a couple other things that had came out news wise. Like right now, I can't off the top of my head fucking remember, and I don't want to look it up to just like have dead time. But there were two other times where that actually, I know one of the times, there was something else that happened that made it go down a little bit more. And then,
Sure
so
post.
basically, well, it was the Sure Post, but we also we missed the quarterly earnings statement.
For
We
3.
missed, yeah, no,
Yeah.
for 2, or yes, for 3, yes,
Right.
and for 2 we
That was the big one.
we barely hit it for the previous one, that the quarter that we missed, the previous quarter to that we skated by our teeth to hit whatever
Right.
number that is.
Right.
And that was kind of a thing. So when we missed when we missed that, that's when it went down like $12.
When we missed the third quarter.
Yes.
Yes.
It fucking
Right.
went
That's
down.
when it dipped hard.
So then it was like the lowest that it had been in like 6 or 7 years. And then conveniently, our CEO and a couple of the people at the top got like stock bonuses, and hers was a few million, and she put $1 million of that on the open market back at when it was like the lowest it had been in 6 or 7 years. Now you could say that's also, she was betting. I said this at the time. I remember I was like, she could say it's betting on herself, whatever, on that end. But I was like, on the public market, I feel like that doesn't have a good look. Like, I feel like with investors, it just is not, it doesn't look good for other, like, I feel like, so anyways, that happens. And then now it's up, like, because we had hit the last earnings by even more than we hit this one. But now that we had hit this one, in the midst of the news, just like last one with job cuts, because investors, for some fucking reason, like job cuts because they like people not, they like fucking working class and middle class people not fucking working for some reason, because it just makes the fucking stock go through the roof. And that's it. So, like, now, yeah, dude, we were saying like it's going to go up, and it's not like she hasn't doubled her investment of that, but dude, it's up like fucking 20, 23 or 20, like it's up, I think,
It's over 100.
$24 more.
Yeah.
It's up like $24 more than what it was when the share when she got it. But yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Kudos,
so we
I
killed
ain't
it.
mad at you.
We-
Yeah, we killed it.
Yeah, we killed it. We absolutely killed it. And Carol's even richer now. What also was said in there too, there was word of another round of buyouts coming. Get ready, guys.
Yeah, dude. I feel like you
And-
want to talk about a word that I feel like just face fucked me in 2025 was buyouts, and now you're going to hear it even
Yeah,
more.
dude, we were getting slammed with that word. It was like like that fucking glove you took to the side of the face in your Instagram story today. It was like a buyout in 2025. It
Dude,
just-
no doubt. You know, just to say something on that, because I've had, so anytime I share that, because that's on the TikTok page, I'll share that on Instagram. Somebody will always be like, man, and so just to give the side story on that, the first guy did it and it didn't work. Shout out to you, Logan, if you listen, because he didn't do it
Weak.
hard. I was like, no, Logan's not weak. Logan
I
can
know.
hit hard, but he didn't do it in this because we were kind of doing a skit thing. And I was like, dude, you got to make it look real. So Eli, he made it look real. But anyways, yeah.
You must have sold it if you got people messaging you like, "Whoa, buddy, just took one."
Yeah, well, I mean, I let my body go. Had he hit me with one of those when we were
Oh
actually
yeah,
sparring, dude, I would have
yeah,
fucking dropped. Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
yeah,
So yeah, another round of buyouts coming here in 2026. Luke and I have discussed this, and we don't think it's going to be any higher. We think it'll be the same price. Um,
and if it
and
is, it'll be minimal if it goes up, like
right, it's not going to be
not
a
anything
substantial
crazy.
raise. But I forgot where I was going with that. Oh yeah, the buyouts and all of it probably being mostly the same is also because there was drivers from centers that got denied when they originally filled out the buyout, and because then their center would have been understaffed. But now peak's over, they've hired whatever seasonal drivers they have or whatever extra help they have. Now it's gonna make room. um I lost my train of thought again. I'm fucking
It's gonna. I
I'm rambling.
mean, because of are you saying more of like like what the response of this stuff is? Is that what you were
Oh,
trying to
yeah,
say?
I remember my thought now. Was talking about I lost it again. Fuck it. Fucking buyouts and the long week we fucking had.
I know, dude.
So fucked.
Sometimes, Ashley, shout out to the Mrs. Nomad, because Ashley has said before, she's like, sometimes, like, she doesn't criticize, or she doesn't say it like it's bad or anything, but she's like, sometimes I think it may be easier if you guys would just record on Saturdays because you're just so tired on fucking, like, on Fridays. And I was like, most of the time it's not that bad, but I guess this week would be a fucking
This week
exception.
was a rough week.
But, I mean, with we were saying, I think overall it just is, would I think there may be more people concerned. Like, I don't
Hmm,
know if they say the
yeah.
drop, like they're saying, so basically have they officially said that they haven't put this out like publicly that they're 100% doing this again. It's just kind of looking like it, rumor, like it's going to happen. They just haven't officially said it, kind of
I've
thing.
heard about it
Okay.
from a
But it just
trustable source.
it conveniently happens, when we get another headline of losing 30,000 jobs and closing down centers, and people, they might, like, that right there just makes you think they might want a second guess. But
Right, that
we
was one
had
of the
it.
headlines that they released after the quarterly earnings was that it was talked about, that rumor has it they plans to eliminate another 30,000 jobs, close however many centers.
It was I think one thing we wanted to make sure to say, though, is because I put in the docs with union response.
Mm,
And I, again, like, I've seen people in comments, I've talked to plenty, but I don't know, like, dude, it just, like, they bought Rhodey, and that got brought up again in the
for
quarterly earnings for
$500 million.
almost 600 million from what we saw. But, our contracts fucking anyways. So they're obviously going forward with Rhodey. Uh, they are going to
Right.
go with their vision of moving away from volume. And I don't like, I've always said with, like, Carol, Carol scares the shit out of me, man. I wouldn't want to fuck with that woman. I think she's very smart at what she does, but obviously it is not a union worker friendly way that
No.
it's going about. And that's the way. I just feel like there's just going to be pressure because of COVID. Now, I think about this now, dude. Like, obviously, I'm not saying she or anybody when she took over or anybody around her was, like, aware of the pandemic was going to happen. I'm not saying that, but you think about it, though, of all the people that got hired, of all the people for those number of years that were working, because no matter what, we've always said, even though it might get fucking diminished over time. UPS is still a very good job. Being a driver is a good job. That is always something that people strive for. So during COVID and all the hirings, it's like, dude, we're having more and more members coming in. And knowing this, seeing this, knowing where eventually it's going to go, obviously COVID goes for a number of years. And I feel like now with shrinking, running from well, not running, but going in another direction from volume,
Driving.
yeah, dude, it's going to be like, there's going to be just people that are going to get squeezed. Like, we've said this so many times, and I don't know how, like, the response, like, there's no way Sean O'Brien says anything about the 300 or 200,000 union jobs by the end of the contract anymore, right? Like, there's no fucking way he still says that out loud.
Forgot about that.
No way, dude. There is no way he fucking actually still says that. As more and more of this shit happens, and
More centers are closing, more people are out of jobs. It's not creating jobs, that's for sure.
Hey, the only reason I don't want to get too much into it is because this whole time, I don't know how you fix it. Other than people will fall, and I it's going to shrink the numbers. It's going to, like, I feel like this is just to be, it's going to definitely cause a stir up. But dude, this is
Check this
why. Okay,
Hear me out. Hear me out.
all right.
What if UPS buying roadie? Would there ever be a way that Teamsters could unionize roadie?
Probably not. I
It
feel
would
like
take a lot. It would take a lot, and because like right now, like they're like, roadie is like, it's like DoorDash. It's like all of those guys. It's like Uber delivery. It's this where it's literally same day delivery, where someone who works for roadie drives, picks up the order in the local store, and then drives it to your house. That's what roadie is, basically.
dude, I feel
It's
like
UPS contractors.
they would squash that shit, dude. Whoever has, if they're UPS contractors, whoever's running roadie and is in
Yeah.
partnership with UPS on this, I guarantee you
you're
don't
right.
want anything unionized. So
No.
there is
No, and that's the part too, like getting back to the roadie stuff was like, it benefits UPS in a lot of ways, because if you think about it, with roadie employees, UPS isn't paying for, their UPS isn't paying for people's paid vacations. UPS isn't paying for roadies' benefits. UPS isn't paying for, like there's all the roadie contract people that work for UPS. UPS doesn't have to pay all these extra things like they are paying us union members.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, business wise, I completely understand it, because Carol's all about saving money.
Yeah.
But at that same time, that part worries me, because it's just like, dude, like, is this the way it's going to be eventually? Like, is UPS going to turn into like FedEx? No offense,
No,
FedEx.
dude.
But like, you know what I mean? Like, is UPS gonna, any FedEx drivers? My bad. UPS gonna turn into, what I meant by that was contractual drivers, right?
Dude, I gotta say this real quick because of
Like, I'm
contractual
gonna own the
drivers.
32 loop one day, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Dude, I had a contractor from FedEx come on a road this week that ain't nobody fucking want to be on, me included, dude. And I walked to this one stop this road's so bad. This house is way down below. I have a thing where I'll set stuff off to the side, like halfway down his driveway, because he's got like a barn set up, and he's got like tractors and shit, and I'll just put shit in there. So I walk back up, and this box truck's not moving. So I back up, which I didn't want to do because this road is fucked. And I get over so he can get by. Window rolls down. I was like, "Where are you going, man?" He was like,
"Hold on, buddy. You just skipped one of the funniest parts."
Oh, okay. He rolls his window down.
Yeah.
And I open my door, and the cologne on this dude hits me in the face so fucking hard. I smell it for like 20 minutes. 20 minutes after the fact. But I asked him, I'm like, "Where are you going?" And he's like, "I'm turning this thing around." And I was like, "Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea, man. It's terrible out there." And I said, where have you been at?" And he was like, "Man, I'm from Mississippi. This is my first day up here. I've never dealt with this shit." I was like, dude, "Turn around, get the fuck out of here, man." I was like, don't come on any road. I was like, "Don't come on any roads like this, dude," because I was like, if you go forward, you're going to get hung up, man. It was his first time ever he's had to drive in winter, and he happens to come on every road's got 5 inches of solid.
Like, is that how it would be if, like, Brad Mosier, John Hilligas, Ernie Martinez, is that the way it would be for them if they came and like drive one of like their trucks in the snow on the ice? You know what I mean? They'd be like,
well, I think they, I mean, dude, but this is the thing. All three of those guys you just mentioned, John being retired and Brad and Ernie being 20-year guys. And Ernie might be 20. He's 20 plus, I think. He might be closer to 25, maybe. But I feel like they would adjust. Of course. But when they would come out like the first time, yeah, it'd probably be bad.
That'd be exciting.
Yeah, I'm sure it'd be bad. But dude, yeah, I mean, when you don't drive in it, I mean, you can't expect them to fucking. They've lived like. They're still
going 50 miles an hour.
They don't live in places like they didn't like, they're not used to it being fucking 0 degrees right now. Like it is. Unreal. It's not, but I think they would adjust. But yeah, that first time would be rough. Of
course they would.
It'd be rough.
They're professionals, just like us.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still getting hung up, so it's not, it's not, yeah, I mean, it happens.
Yes. Before we get into some fun stuff, would you like to give a little Patreon read?
Yes.
All right, you just gonna add this in? Is that what you're gonna do?
Yeah, no, just read it.
Okay,
yeah, just read
I didn't know.
Fucking roll it.
Organically doing it. All right.
Fuck yeah.
All right. Sorry. Here we go. Real quick before we roll to the next stop, if you're rocking with the show and want a little extra, check out the All in the Delivery Patreon. That's where you'll get early access to episodes, the monthly bonus episode, After the Stop, and Dispatch Poll Power, which means you get to vote on what we talk about next. Basically, your dispatch. Fuck. But you actually know what's going on. Ooh, that's harsh. Tiers start at $5, cheaper than the snack you grabbed at the gas station in between stops. Guilty. And it helps us keep the mics on and the stories coming. Links in the description. All right, my diet is restarted. Seatbelts on. Let's keep moving.
Hey, let's go, buddy. Organic ad reader over there. Hell yeah. Guys, yes, Patreon.
Just let me know if you need any ad reads or smut books, Fred. I'm available.
Yes, guys, Patreon. Yes. Head over, check it out, right? We've recently updated the Patreon too, and we got some fun things going on, like what he just said. One of them being something called dispatch pole power. We also got the extra after the stop as well. So after the stop's gonna be some extra bonus content conversation between Luke and I. And then dispatch pole power, we're about to get into that one. That one is where our Patreon members, you guys, are dispatched, like Luke said, and you guys get to decide what we're going to be talking about on our next episode. So yes, go check that out. Patreon.com/AITDpod. Whoo, buddy. Dispatch pole power. So here were a couple of our options that were going to be discussed for this week, right? We're going to be talking a little bit about, or what we would have been talking about, okay? There's 4 different options here. One of them, customer notes from hell. I know we've all seen, the notes in the board. Some of them could be pretty wild. I've seen a couple. Next one is dog encounters, near misses, plus bites. I know we know a lot about Luke's bites, but maybe there's more. We'll find out. Next one was bulk stops plus apartment nightmares. We've all had one of those, I believe, too. We could chat about. Also, bad weather routes, winter chaos. You guys are hearing that fresh. So the one that won was dog encounters, near misses, and bites. Dispatch pole power. Dog encounters had 67% votes. Bulk stops and apartment nightmares had 33% votes. So, dog encounters, near misses. I can already think of one that I don't think I've ever told a story about on this podcast.
Ooh, near miss.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'll go with this one first. Near miss. I was delivering to this mobile home, and the mobile home had like a handicap ramp leading up to it. And so, I'm walking up the handicap ramp. I hear this dog inside going nuts. I was like, all right, put the package down, knock, start walking away. I'm walking down the handicap ramp. Now, you ever walk down like the handicap ramps and how loud they are? Like every step you take?
Yeah.
Yeah. Insane. Every step you take. All right, sorry. Couldn't resist. Copyright. No. So
it wasn't long enough. You're good.
It was. Yeah, we were good. Like 2 seconds. So I'm walking back down the ramp, going back to my truck. All of a sudden, I hear coming down the ramp behind me, and I was like, "Holy shit!" Like I obviously knew like someone opened up the door. The dog ran out. Right. I start running towards the truck, and I was like, "I think I can beat this thing to my truck." Right. And the way I was running, I had to run from the, I'm running towards the back end of my truck. So next thing you know, I'm running up the right-hand side of my truck, right? The passenger side. I'm running up the passenger side, and I'm ready to, jump, swing myself into the door, because the truck's there, and I'm running right alongside of it. I have to stop to get inside, knowing this dog's chasing me. Dude, I stopped with the old Dyad 5, a little bit, bulkier than the current Dyad we have. I was holding that in my hand. And as soon as I stopped, because I had to stop to get in the truck, as soon as I stopped, I turned around and I swung the Dyad to I was going to clock this dog.
Yeah.
If I was going to clock this dog if I didn't miss it. So I stopped, and as soon as I turned around to swing, the dog didn't think I was going to just stop so quick, So the dog actually skid by me, literally couldn't stop because he was hauling ass, and he skid by me and shit. And when I went to swing, straight up missed him, and I saw the dog just go by me a little bit, and I just jumped in the truck quick and slammed the door shut. And then your adrenaline's flowing through your veins, and you start cursing at the top of your lungs, you stupid fucking dog, get your fuck, start cursing at everybody because you're just jacked up. But yeah, that was it was a pit bull too. So little fast, jacked, Holy.
don't really. I mean, for me, I feel like I've told so many to try to think of one that I've never told. It would be, I mean, it would be hard to even try to remember which ones are which. But I mean, I've had a lot of near misses, and I mean, one I can try to think that like it's funny because I can remember just to bring it up because it was on a past episode. I'll just bring this up because this was a near miss technically because I think I'd mentioned it at one point on Katie Justice's episode. I
Whew, taking us way
that
back.
taking us way back. So we recorded Katie on a Friday, and so we worked that day. So I had a near miss then because I got nipped, dude. This dog, it wasn't like a pit bull. I forget what it was, but it was a stout little bastard. It was like a kind of dog that was like muscular, like a pit bull, but it wasn't a pit. But it jumped up like right when the woman opened the door, kind of thing, and he just fucking came out, and there was two of them. And the one that jumped up, it bit me like, and I mean, it nipped. It got a piece of my fucking armpit, like right here, like the skin right here under
Oh
in
my
the middle of
gosh.
my
Yeah.
armpit. And I mean, barely got it, but got it enough to where it fucking stung, but it didn't like cause like it just was bruised, didn't bleed or anything. And I remember thinking, like, man, thank God that dog couldn't jump a little bit fucking higher,
Yeah.
or it would have been like veered to the left and went for my fucking crotch or something. I'd have been fucking. This is big enough that it's big enough that it would have hurt. I mean, yeah, if it had been a pit bull, I'd have been a lot more fucking scared. But it was,
Oh, yeah.
but yeah, that was a near miss. That was a
That's a
near
good
miss.
one.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
take
Yeah,
it
dude, that's
back
a
because
good one.
yeah, that was my next to last dog bite. I've only had one since then, so I've been doing really well.
Knock on, knock on
Knock
wood.
on wood.
Knock on wood.
Yeah, as those. Yes.
Yeah, dude. So thank you to people everybody that has voted in the Patreon. So definitely, guys, Patreon members, keep an eye out on those emails. We got stuff rolling out every day now during the week, Monday through Friday. There's gonna be stuff going out just to keep in touch with you guys and have a little fun and have a good time. So dispatch full power, first one. I like it. I'm excited to see what gets put up next week for our
Yeah,
Patreon
man.
members to
I am
vote on,
too.
man. It's a little fun just coming up with something off the top of your head because you have no idea what it's going to be and what they chose until here we are recording. So much fun. Last but not least, Doorstep Dilemmas. I'm gonna have to create like a fucking cool.
I
sound
know.
effect for that.
Dude, I swear, as you were saying it, I was
Uh,
like, dude, we need one.
I just big reverb echo. Doorstep Dilemmas. I don't know. Doorstep Dilemmas. This is the would you rather game delivery style. Doorstep Dilemmas. Thank you to everybody that has commented in the Discord for this. We got a bunch. We got a lot. We got a few to get through here, if you will. So yeah, if you want to come put your doorstep dilemma idea, come join our Discord. Come talk to us in that channel, and we will surely read them off here. So, doorstep dilemmas. Here we go. Ready, Luke? Would
Yes.
you rather get bit in the ass by a wiener dog or get bit in the face by a cat?
Ooh, probably get bit in the ass by a wiener dog because
100%.
I feel like wiener dog into ass isn't going to do hardly any damage. If fucking getting bit in the face by a cat, I mean, them fucking teeth they're not big, but they're sharp, man.
Fuck yeah.
I'm vain, dude. I don't want my
Yeah.
fucking face looking like
got-
a cat fucking mauled me.
Right. Like I got a lot of fat in my ass, so it's whatever. It's not going to hurt that bad. A cat gnawing on my face, though, yeah.
I mean, dude, to have a wiener dog bite your ass, it'd be a weird, like, dude, they're not that. I mean, you're not. I've seen you before in person. I know you're not 2 feet tall, so
No.
I mean, the situation to get bit in the ass by a wiener dog, that'd be an odd fucking. I'd love to hear that story. Story on that.
All right, this next one. Your center has run out of package cars. Would you rather run your route in a U-Haul or be another driver's helper for the day?
I'd probably say depends who the driver was. I'd probably be a
True.
helper. But
True.
I mean, yeah,
But
because the U-Haul, I mean,
I think I'm going alone. I think I'm going alone because,
dude,
I will take the U-Haul because in that moment, I don't know who I'm going to get paired up with. And if I get paired up with someone I don't like, it's not going to be a good day. So just fuck it. Take the U-Haul, go blind.
well, I feel like I don't know, man. Have you ever delivered a full route in the U-Haul before? It's like
One peak
slam.
season I did.
Yeah, you know how shitty
Well,
that
it was a
is. I mean,
Penske, but,
well, yeah,
not a
tomato,
sponsor of this
tomato.
episode.
But I mean, there's no shelves and shit's all disorganized. It just fucking sucks. But
You
yeah,
just laid out on the floor, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Yeah. There's a little tip for you drivers that come in the holiday season. This next one. Would you rather deliver your last 6 hours with cold feet or wet, soggy feet? And I'm talking so soggy that when you take a step, you see water squish out of your top of your shoe.
fucking
Cold feet or wet, soggy feet?
Cold feet, 100% dude.
Cold feet, yeah. Dude, everybody else I talked to about this, including the person that gave us this question, wet feet. Like, yeah, wet feet. I can't do cold
fuck
feet.
that, man. Wet feet suck, dude. What's even worse is when it's wet and it's cold, because that happens sometimes. I mean, that actually happened today because I walked. I mean, you get to the snow, man. Fucking shit. Yeah, it happens.
Yep.
But when it's wet like that, though, that's blister shit. So fuck that.
Yeah. Dude, prunage? Ugh. Imagine how pruned your toes would be.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
For sure.
Next one. Would you rather hear the fed up joke or put bleach in your eyes?
Oh, man, that's a good one. I feel like it's faded a little bit now.
Yes.
I feel like 10 years ago, dude, if you had asked me this, I probably definitely would have chosen the bleach. I feel like
in a while.
Yeah, I don't hear it as often anymore.
No,
it's almost like it's when I do hear it now, it almost makes me, I'm like, oh yeah. So what's it going to be like? It's like I hadn't heard it in so long. So yeah, I think I would rather. Yeah, 10 years ago though, fucking 100%, I'd take the bleach.
Exactly. Next one. Next one. Would you rather deliver your last 6 hour? Oh, wait, that's one I just read. The hell's going on here? Here we go. Sorry. Nope, that's it.
I was gonna say I didn't think you read down.
Yeah, no, that was all of them.
Oh, okay. Shit.
Yes.
All right, good.
Yes.
Well, appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
And ladies.
Amazing. So keep them coming. Keep those Doorstep Dilemmas coming. Come hang out in the Discord, guys. Come and give us your Doorstep Dilemmas. But yeah, Luke, I think that's going to wrap this one up, buddy.
I think so, brother. I mean, the fact that we both, I mean, today as we record, we said probably about 12 hours ago, like, man, fucking done.
Yeah.
The fact we pulled in an hour episode, I knew it would probably get to that because we had a lot of shit, dude. This was what a week. What a
Hell
week.
yeah.
What a way to end January 2026. Holy
I know,
shit.
and one way to end it, I hate to end it on a sad note, but Mrs. McAllister,
dude,
has passed away.
I'm so glad you
Kevin's
brought that
mom.
up.
Yeah.
Catherine O'Hare, dude. What a fucking loss. I hate to end it, yeah, but dude, I'm so glad you said that because I even said beforehand we got to mention it. For anybody that's in our generation, it's a huge loss. And It is such a kick in the fucking face to the end of a shitty week. The only thing I will say that makes me happy though is I hope somewhere, someplace, whether it's any afterlife, whether it could be heaven or any afterlife period, I will say I hope her and John Candy are reunited right now. They're just fucking
Hell yeah.
laughing it up, man. God, but what a loss. Yeah, that one stung. That one definitely stung.
Yeah. Anyways, rough week.
Yeah, I
Fuck.
know, dude. Yeah, I'm so glad you mentioned that. So it's
Of course.
if the timing, I was like, yeah,
It was up there.
had to. That's a big one, dude. Yeah, that's a big
Yes.
one.
Yes. So, guys, it's going to wrap this one up. Episode 185. Like we said at the top, if you want to come join the Patreon fam, help support the show, help keep the lights on, help upgrading our equipment, help us meeting in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, come support the show, guys. You can find it patreon.com/AITDpod. Find that link in the episode notes. Also, like I said, to Discord, come hang out, guys. Come ask your questions. We got plenty of knowledgeable people in there that have to do, the same shit that we do and all the shit we deal with. It's pretty cool, the little community that we have on there. So come join the Discord as well. Come hang out with everybody. Luke, that'll
Yeah,
wrap it up,
brother.
bud.
All righty.
All right, guys. Be safe out there. All right. And I guess happy Groundhog's Day too, huh? Are we going to know how many more weeks of winter we have?
Dude,
Shit.
Punxsutawney Phil's gonna look like Mr. Freeze out there, probably. Dude, I mean, I have to fucking say, dude, I gotta fucking say this because I laugh so hard at this, dude. Is fucking hard factor news, who is, Dave actually turned me on to them, and I've been following them for a few years now, and they fucking did a Punxsutawney Phil. I gotta fucking, dude, it was before this storm hit, this storm that hit all of us. And you know how it was hitting Texas again. Hard Factor News fucking did this clip where it showed that Ted Cruz was booked a flight somewhere in Southern California. But that snowstorm happened like four or 5 years ago in Texas when they got all that snow. He went to Mexico. And the Hard Factor News guys were like, dude, Ted Cruz leaving Mexico or Ted Cruz leaving Texas. It's like Punxsutawney Phil seeing his shadow. I was fucking pissing my pants, dude. But God, yeah, happy Groundhog's Day. Absolutely.
Look at that. My man about to look like that.
Dude, yeah. If he came here, he would.
Happy Groundhog's Day, everybody. I'm Dave with your co-host, Luke. My voice is cracked. Luke.
It did.
Be safe out there, guys. We'll see you all next week.
Later, everybody.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man.
I didn't stop recording yet.
Did you not? Will the outro music drown us out, or are we still going to be on here? That's fucking awesome.
Oh, shit.